Good evening, everyone. Tonight, your personal information is at risk, sold here in the Valley at a place you might not expect.
Channel 5's Christian Von Preissing tells us where it's being sold and if your county's information is at risk.
This is a computer server. It contains 6 hard drives. The server once belonged to a Valley county. Inside, your information. Social security numbers, voter records, criminal case files, all of it in this computer server. It ended up for sale at the flea market. All your information still inside. We got to it without a password. It's a gold mine for somebody with bad intentions. The 77 Flea Market in Brownsville. Rent a table, set up shop. The collection of odds and ends that keeps on surprising. Among the stacks of stuff, a valuable discovery.
I knew exactly what it was.
This is the hacker who found a treasure of information.
I knew exactly what I had from the moment I saw it.
He found a server at the 77 Flea Market. It once belonged to Cameron County.
I saw this and I thought, this is a major security flaw.
He says he knew the server was still accessible because all 6 of its hard drives were still installed. He didn't know at this point what was on it, or how easy it would be.
We're gonna go ahead and just explore.
The hacker brought it to us. The rest was for us to figure out. We brought it to Channel 5 Chief Engineer Michael Leal. He evaluated how to get in. The 15-year-old server chugged, struggling to access all of its memory.
Things died in our arms.
It was enough life.
We're gonna run a small version of Windows now.
To load an operating system of simple, publicly available software that gave us full access to the files.
God, right now I'm seeing everything on this computer. It's as though I logged on with Windows and everything's available to me. 5
out of 6 hard drives still working, containing thousands of files.
Okay, Cameron County Tax Office Auto Theft Task Force.
A law enforcement database, open just by double-clicking.
Like a lot of what do I got?
No password needed. Access to hundreds, if not thousands of case files. Nearly every file.
And now I have a social security number.
The Texas application for a vehicle title, showing name, address, VIN number, and social security number.
A social security number is sufficient to file a tax return, open up credit card accounts, get medical treatment if necessary.
We kept looking. We learned the server stored information for the Cameron County Tax Office and the County Elections Office. We looked at thousands of election files, and we found an even larger treasure trove for would-be bad guys. In a single file, small enough to send in an email, it showed rows of names, addresses, and social security numbers. More than 900 pages. We took what we found to the county. Hi, ma'am. We have some questions. We went to the tax office, elections, IT, and county judge. We found a fully loaded server. We wanted to know how it could fall into unknown hands and who was responsible. What I'm asking for is an opportunity to sit down with you. We had our interview. County Judge Eddie Trevino says he's speaking for all county departments.
We want to confirm that it was part of a particular auction.
Some county equipment taken out of service goes to auction. The county has a policy that outlines how to destroy county information before disposing of hardware.
Not sure if it got auctioned off in the last year, 2 or 3 or 4. Haven't been able to determine that, but it was definitely after the policy was in place. So it's a concern because it's either the policy didn't get followed properly, the information wasn't removed, scrubbed, destroyed, or 2, somebody was doing something that they're not supposed to do and did this on their own.
Trevino said the responsibility of destroying county information from hard drives falls on the county IT department. He's talking about files like the 900-plus page list of Cameron County voters and their social security numbers.
Based on the size and description that you've given us, is that it actually is a listing out of all the registered voters of Cameron County for that time.
That simple PDF, created in 2007 as a cross-reference of who's eligible to vote, we estimated some 30,000 identities on that single document.
Buenas.
Our door-to-door effort was minuscule in comparison.
So here's the deal.
To tell people
Esta es tu información personal.
the potential victims
It ended up at the pulga without the information being deleted.
who had their names,
Estos son los datos del señor Alvarado.
Addresses,
Oh gosh.
social security numbers.
¿Es usted?
Some surprised to see information so old.
You're right. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Still very concerned about where it came from.
We work for our own stuff, and then for somebody just to take over this and take it apart, it's just tough, you know.
We thought it was over. Several trips to the 77 flea market turned up nothing more. We decided to go back one more time.
Bueno, señor.
To find the vendor
¿Se acuerda de este server?
and tell him what he was selling.
Pues yo vendo, compro y vendo, así es que a mí no me perjudica ni me va ni me viene.
He told us he remembers buying several servers.
¿Cuándo se compró ese en la subasta?
Ese fue el año pasado.
El año pasado.
It wasn't over. I was holding one of 22 more computers, marked with Cameron County labels. Inside,
Este todavía sí tiene un hard drive.
Ah, sí.
Sí.
hard drives. So we paid him for all 22. The hacker says he saw many county devices for sale the day he bought the server.
I could have easily just kept it, sold it online. That's super easy.
He tells us why he came forward.
I am what you would call a white hat hacker. I go look for things that can affect people, and I help them out by not letting black hats get to it.
He says he's concerned more computers could be out there. We deleted our sensitive video. We shredded the copies we made. We turned over the server to the Texas Attorney General's office. The 22 newly purchased computers are secure at Channel 5.
All this information can be used to destroy people's lives, because that's what we are. All that information.
We're pushing Cameron County to account for the equipment it used to have and to seek answers for the people whose information it mishandled. These are the 22 computers we took out of circulation. We're going to be looking at them and taking steps to make sure that your information is secure. And if you're concerned about your personal identity, here's what you need to do. The Better Business Bureau tells us you have to contact one of the big 3 credit agencies and place an alert. Doing that will cause your creditors to notify you if someone is trying to open up a line of credit in your name. Check out what you can do with the IRS to protect your information as well. We'll have the details on our website, krgv.com. In the Channel 5 News Studios, Christian Von Preissing, Channel 5 News at 10.
Cameron County Judge Eddie Trevino says he plans to bring up what happened to the Commissioner's Court.
He says he may recommend some changes, including putting an end to auctioning county hard drives.